Alright, yeah, and welcome back to some more Magic Duels. This week we're going to be continuing on with our Zombronis match. So we're going to be playing Blue-Black Zombies. Hopefully we get some decent draws and nothing goes horrendously wrong. Anyway guys, without further ado, let's get into the games. Oh, before I go, I made a quick change to the deck. I have skewed the lands a little bit, so that should hopefully mean that we draw the right lands at the right time and not too many of them. So went down an island and up a swamp, I think. So it's now 6-10, something like that. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the games. Okay, we're in. We're on the draw. We've got 2 1-drops, a 2-drop, and a board wipe. No untapped mana for turn 1, though. We can do better. And this is pretty much the same damn hand. I'm going to have to take it, though. Hopefully we draw a swamp and then never draw a land ever again. What I've found with this deck is that the games where we don't draw lands every single turn are usually the games where we win. Unfortunately, we seem to be drawing lands every single turn. I'm just harping back to previous games and all the testing. We're running 23 lands in our deck, so there's really no excuse for it. You could say remove a land from your deck, but 23 is not an unreasonable amount. Okay, let's just go get a swamp. Got our double black for Yehenny's expertise and other things. Okay, so we can double 1-drop next turn. Oh, it's a mirror. Interesting. Removal. It is technically removal. Just not the removal we were looking for. Alright, well, Crypt Breaker. Dread Wanderer. Pass the turn. If you don't play another zombie, we can get rid of the Wayward Wanderer. Wayward Servant, whatever. I'll see if he does. Dark Salvation. For 1, so he's going to be able to get a zombie. Takes out our Crypt Breaker, sure. And drains us. 2 can play that game, maybe, if we draw one. It'd be lovely if we could. I won't hold my breath. It's probably a land. Oh, what a bloody surprise. Oh, I'm so surprised. Let's go Flesh Bag. Get rid of the Dread Wanderer. Dread Wanderer can come back. Flesh Bag can, technically, in his own way, but trade a 2-1 for a 3-1. Seems fine to me. We're just going to get drained out, though. Those servants are ridiculous. As a never. Kills our Flesh Bag, gets him for 2. Sure. Wouldn't mind a 1-drop. And get our hand a little emptier for Dread Wanderer in our graveyard. Also, maybe some actual good card. It's a reasonable card, I suppose. Still have to go Lord of the Accursed, though. Get a 2-3 down. We're being drained out. So I guess the Magic Gods have deemed this a losing match. Five mana, what can he do? There's pretty much everything available to him here. He's going to return. He's going to get rid of our Dread Wanderer or our Flesh Bag? Our Dread Wanderer. Okay. That's fair enough. Shouldn't be going to attacks, and he's not. Hey, Flesh Bag. We can do both this turn. That's nice to see. So, Flesh Bag. Make you sacrifice 1. Boop. And then when he goes to play a creature, we will Compelling Deterrence. Swing. Okay, so he's going to make some zombonis, so we're going to make him bounce his wayward servant. I'm not going to give him that back as a bounce, because he gets more zombies. Unfortunately. Where's ours? Or are we just going to draw a land again? Just a land again, okay. 23 lands. 23 lands. This is not a 22 land deck. Not at all. And it's got Evolving Wilds in it as well. For thinning purposes. I've lost all will to live when it comes to this deck. It just doesn't like me. I'm not a big fan of it, because it doesn't like me. I'm willing to be its friend. It's just being a pain in the ass. Alright. Wayward Servant. Make a zombie drainers. Oh, your Henny's expertise. Now that ain't bad. Let's see if we can get in for 2. We might be able to pick up a game from somewhere on this one. He's going to block, because he can. It's fine. We're just going to wipe and hope he has no more zombies. Play the land, pass the turn. Any lands we get in the future, we might as well just hold in our hand as threats. Oh, he's got another Liliana's Mastery. Alright, screw me very much. Can no longer remove any of these zombies effectively anymore. And he's got lethal on board. Let's see how we choose to end this match. With a land, of course. Wow. Just... wow. That's the only word I've got for this. This... What can you say to that? Pretty much the only permanents I drew were in my opening hand. Whatever. Let's go for another game. Alright, we're in. We're on the draw. We've got 6 lands and a permanent. Throw it back. 4 lands. Turn 1, turn 3, turn 4. Sure, let's do it. We're on the draw. Let's hope to get a 2-drop off the top. Our mana's actually pretty good, as long as we cease drawing any for a long time. Tommy's making choices. Is he now? Or am I? Ooh. Scary. Alright, well. Oh my god. Well, next turn we get to discard the Drownyard Temple and make a zombie, so that's not too bad. And then turn 3, Bontu's Monument. Hopefully get something cheap so that we can cast it after the Kalitas. Okay. That's a never. It's not what I had in mind, but it'll do. Alright, we're going to pass. And we'll just end step discard the Drownyard Temple. Ooh, it's Esper. And there's a never. Alright, well, in response, discard the Drownyard Temple. Get that back later when we've got spare time. 3 mana for a 1-drop. We're left with a 2/2. That's pretty good value in my books. But the value is only going to get worse for our opponent. as time went on. In fact, as we get this Bontu's Monument down, if this can stay, then every cast trigger we drain our opponent, which is really good, because even if they're running counter spells, we're still dealing damage and gaining life. So yeah, if this sticks around, I mean, you can have Anguished Unmaking, but we'll have to see. So I'm hoping to get a 1-drop off the top, or a 2-drop with colourless mana. Ooh, Colossus, eh? Interesting. Well, what we can do then is, because we know he's not blocking, we could either remove it. Is this maybe Esper zombies? This would be interesting. We've seen a lot of zombies recently, which is really weird. Now that I decided to start playing a worse version of pretty much every version of zombies. Yeah, we could Kalatas swing in. He can't block, because if he does, this gets exiled and we get a zombie back anyway. Or we can remove it if we think he's running counter spells, which I think that's his only blue source, so don't need to worry about that too much. Let's just Kalatas, draining for 1, swing for 2. We got a blocker back to threaten him. All is well. There's no way he blocks here. No way in hell. Okay. Now removal spells are now exile spells that make zombies, so that's good. Leave our Kalatas alone. Makes a Plague Belcher. Okay. Please, like, murder a non-token. Yeah. Alright. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, this triggers when something dies, and that Diagraph Colossus ain't gonna die. More lands. Well, at least we've got an established board state. That's all I can say about this current situation. Okay, we want to go... How much do you cost? 3. 2, 3... Yeah, we don't have the mana to kill and pump, unfortunately. So, I think it's just kill. Get rid of the Colossus, because the Colossus can go wide, essentially, and next turn we can sack a zombie to get through the Plague Belcher, so it's not the end of the world. I can double block as well to make him exile, and we get 1 zombie back. So it's a 1-for-1, essentially. As long as Kalatas lives. If he's got any graveyard shenanigans as well, getting rid of the Diagraph Colossus is really good. Got so much action in our hand, I don't see our opponent can win. That's sarcasm, for anyone wondering. The greatest. Catalogue. Draw and discard. Okay. There's a consideration for this deck, actually. It's rid of a land and a Wayward Servant. So yeah, this is Esper Zombies. An odd little build, if I do say so myself. And we draw more lands. And probably... I like this deck, don't get me wrong. But I'm also probably going to delete it after I'm done making footage for it, because it just will not stop drawing lands. And I don't think it's because I'm running 23 lands, because 23 is exactly how many you need for most decks. I just have no words. Okay, so he's gonna... Now we'll let that go. I was gonna say we could sack our zombies, but this actually stops the Belcher from getting in. And we can sack on Response instead if he wants to take out one of the tokens. If it doesn't pan out our way. Go with another Servant. Come on, removal. A return. Gets rid of probably our return, or do you want to get rid of our crit breaker? And it'll drain us for 2. Make up your mind. Gonna go with the crit breaker. Okay. Drains. Drains. Combat time. Let's see what he does. Getting in. Alright. That's fine with me. Block. Block. Exile yours. We get 1 back. You've just traded a 5-4 for a 2-2. No exile, because Kalatas. And I think I will sack my zombie. And I will also drown your temple. There's a bit of ramp. Need a zombie though so I can get through. Compelling deterrence. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, swing. If he triple blocks, we bounce 1. The token, specifically. And then we're in a massive blowout. Just gonna block there. Alright, that's fine. So we will play our island. We will aftermath the return. Take out catalog, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Say yes. Make a zombie. And we can either sack that zombie to put counters on Kalatas, or we can bounce one of their servants in order to reduce the drain / also make them discard. I want to see how low on cards they'll get, because this might be a removal spell if they go low enough. Okay, that's a compelling deterrence point. Bounce, make you discard. They are going to get a enchantment lord. Ooh, they've got Embalm in here. This is a spicy old deck. Yeah, even Wind Guide. Making me regret playing that return. Can get in for 3. We'll allow it. This is going to be a long game. No matter how it goes, it's going to be a long one. I'd love to see our own Liliana's Mastery. Dark Salvation. Let's max out a Salvation. We can do it for, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a lot of zombies. Take care of Wayward Servant. We get 5 zombies. Yeah, let's do it. So we get zombies. You lose your servant. And we can't attack in because we can't sack to make Kalatas get out of their range. You can Wind Guide to give his zombies flying, which would suck. It's probably the way he wins this one. Geezer and Geralf, oh my god. These top decks are just out top decking mine. We need to remember we've got Time to Reflect as well to worry about. I'd love to see another compelling deterrence now that he's tapped out and has no cards in hand. Means it's a removal spell. See how he attacks? I will double block a lot of things here because we have quite a lot of zombies. Yeah, he's just going to let it go. Screeching Scarb. Yeah, let's try it. Drain you. Got drain of our own opponent. And mill nothing worthwhile. So we can sack twice. 10. Can't quite sack in a meaningful way, unfortunately, and we can't attack in a way that benefits us either. We're in stalemate territory for quite some time. If I can remove his... Well, I suppose Doesn't really matter that his Geezer and Gerolf is there because it has no targets. But removing it all the same is going to be useful. If he removes our Kalatas, he probably wins. If we remove his Wayward Servant, we stand a decent chance. So he's going to embalm out his Wind Guide. Gives all of his zombie tokens flying and vigilance. That's insane. So he hits for 6 now. That might just win him. If we can answer the Wind Guide, then we'll be alright. We're also just going to like sack the crap out of our board so we can get in with Kalatas, I think. Oh, he's got that 1 mana open though, that's the thing. Sack the permanent. And sack the zombie. We can't play around it, to be honest. He's always going to have the mana open. Liliana. Can't trigger her though. We can still play her. I think we should. We got 2 more sacrifices for Kalatas if we need it, because it's non-tokens that have to be killed in order to trigger her. So let's gain 9 life. Maybe more, we'll see. Blocks with a token. It's an interesting choice. Okay. I think sacking on his turn, our zombies that is a better choice, mostly because we can then block and sack if there ever becomes the possibility. Commit tokens unblockable, they're already unblockable, so that changes nothing. This is like zombie and balm. Just get the +1/+1. So gets in with his flyers for 7. We're getting 9 every turn. Even more as soon as I start sacking again. We can also sack with Kalatas to trigger Liliana. Ooh, Kalatas of his own. Okay. So, sack and sack. Need to deal with Kalatas before we sack to trigger Liliana, because it is not a death trigger if we do it that way. And we get a swamp anyway. I'm just going to swing in with Kalatas. Even if he can kill it and tries to kill it, we get loads of zombies back from killing them. Okay. Gain 13, up to 28. Pass the turns, no reason to play this swamp. Use it as a threat instead. Temit puts a counter, or makes it +1/+1. So you can hit us for 4. Sure. And I think I only sack 1 zombie here. I think gaining 13 a turn, or 15 at this point, is enough. It's committing too much to a blowout after this. We may have already slightly committed more, but... Ooh, cemetery recruitment. Okay. We can do that. Cemetery recruitment, the Screeching Scarb. Draw another land. Screeching Scarb drain you. See if we can get something nice in the graveyard. We get a return. Bit late on that one, but we'll save it for the clearing balm synergy he's got. And swing for 15. Interesting. Oh, has he got his... Has he finally got the Oh, no, he's going to sack in response. Okay. That is fine by me. So... Unfortunately, he can do exactly what we're doing with our Kalatas. And there's not much we can do about it. Unless I went with this return. If I went with this return, I could... Without losing Liliana, I could block for 2, 4, 6, 8. So if I do the return, I can block 10. Which means Kalatas doesn't get in. Because he can only block 6, 8, 10 with the sacrifices. So he loses his. He does get zombies, but he loses his Kalatas. Which is kind of what we want. We've also got a Dread Wanderer as well. So we should play a land. Dread Wanderer. Should probably do that. Okay. And we still threaten his Kalatas. It's just if he wants, he can get ahead of it. Of our threat. Okay, let's see how he wants to attack. He doesn't. Okay, good, 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 good. Alright. Oh, yeah, Henny's expertise. Not while he's got Kalatas out, I don't think. Because we lose everything except for Kalatas. He loses everything except for Kalatas and Geezer and Geralf. So I'd like to whittle his board down in a way that this is actually more beneficial than it currently is. So we can swing in. We can sack the Dread Wanderer because we're just going to play this land. And then we get to pull it back and sack it again. So yeah, he plays and sacks. If he sacks though, these get exiled, don't they? Yep. So he's giving us a zombie every single time he does that. We actually don't want to sack Dread Wanderer for that reason. Might as well play this land then. So he's exiling his own creatures by doing what he's doing. But he is making a pretty hefty 7-8. Diagraph Colossus is a 3-3. You see, that is a pretty good... Yeah, and his expertise target. I just don't want to lose my Liliana, though. That's the thing. But he's only got 2 more zombies he can sack. Let's swing. And all of them are non-tokens, so they get exiled when he does. Yep. Eventually he'll have to block. Play our land. Pass the turn. Because he's adding 2 counters every single time he sacks, but the thing is he's adding 2 to ours every time as well. Well, there's a token for him to sack. Yeah, Temic can pump it up. But it's tapped, so it's not an issue. And I think I'm gonna sack another zombie. A token one. So he gets nothing. Just because Kalitas is getting big. Dread Wanderer. We'll hold Dread Wanderer because we might have to follow up after a board wipe soon. I don't know. We'll see. Attack like that. It's going to be Shambling Vent this time. Okay. Exile your Shambling Vent, gave us a 2-2. We go up to 41. So we've got plenty of time to get ahead because he can't afford to hit him with his Kalitas. But we can because we got us down early. We literally just probably fold those as soon as Time to Reflect gets found. But until then. So you can make that a 5-5 unblockable, but if he attacks him with it, he loses his block and sack target. Screeching Scarb. Sure, let's go. And we hit 2 lands. Well, I'm glad to get them off the top, at the very least. Swing. Here we go. Block and sack. It is, at this stage, it's battle of the top decks. Because if I get Never, I win. If he gets removal for ours, he probably wins. It's just as simple as that. It's a shame I just can't give Kalitas any evasion of any sort. This is the biggest Kalitas I've probably ever made, though. So he's going to get him with his Smuggler's Copter. All the damage he can. But also looting for an answer as well, at the same time. Drops a Swamp. Oh my god. At this point, we're probably just going to hold everything in hand, just in case. Swing. So his block and sack is only on Colossus or his Lord at this point. Ah, there's his Time to Reflect. Goodbye. Well, it's not like we didn't see it coming. So let's pass. Do we... We can't actually... We need to get rid of the Lord if we wanted to actually board wipe at any point. Unless we swing him with everything and he blocks perfectly to give them all 3 toughness. It's the only situation where a board wipe would work. And even then he gets tokens back when ours die. And keeps his his Kalitas as well. Just give me damn hard casted removal, please. Anything. Dark Salvation on Liliana, I guess. Let's see why you'd go for anything else. X3. Goodbye, Lily. Passives. Huh. Oh my god. Please, deck. Deck. Stop it. We need a single card, and you're just giving us lands. This has the opportunity to be an amazing game, so don't screw me, please. Liliana can start picking off our 1 toughness units. Yeah, and this is just... This right here is how a game ends. There's nothing we can do to get out of this, I don't think, at this point. Toughness. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You know, Yohenni's expertise into a never wipes his board. Mostly. It gets his Geezer and Geralf back, but... Let's get No, Kaltas doesn't do it. Because he can block, of course. Alright, well, chomp. Yeah, he can sack his zombies. Almost forgot that for a second. I think I need a break from Magic. Jesus Christ. We're not putting down a 1 toughness unit because Liliana just pings it off. Pass the turn. Goodbye, Screeching Scab. Hello, Zombie Token. The Westvale Abbey could flip his Armandor whenever he wants. In fact, it would be advised, I would say. Sure, he has a lot of 4 toughness zombies, but a 9/7 swinging over every turn that I can't block. Here he goes. You can also sack zombies as well, so that Geezer and Geralf can cast them from the graveyard. Yep. And there's nothing we can do now. We can compelling deterrent and Armandol, but it's not going to do us any good. Draws and discards. Lock. He's up to 50, we're down to 14. If we draw a land, I'm done. I'm just done. Not be in a good mood if that happens. It probably won't. Statistically, it shouldn't. I'm so mad. I'm actually so angry. It's unbelievable. So the game crashed to a fatal error, so you didn't get to see me get stomped at the end of that match, unfortunately. I do hope the actual footage stuck around. In fact, let me check. I think it did. Yeah, it looks like it maybe has. I'm not sure. Well, that's going to do it for today, because I can't tolerate playing this game anymore. It has drawn me lands every single time for pretty much every single card I've drawn all day, and I just can't. But anyway, if you enjoyed my torture, then be sure to like, subscribe and all that jazz. And if you support on Patreon for $1 a month, you get an extra video with this deck as well. And I'll make sure that some non-flooded games get put in there, at least one of them. But yeah, this was torture to a whole new level. I do hope you guys have enjoyed anyway, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.